Tonight's case features an ordinary woman thrust into a vortex of intrigue, mystery, and heartbreak. We're searching for that vital clue to a story that, well, has yet to find its ending. Perhaps you can help. Join me, Kevin Brown, tonight as we examine the true events that inspired the movie Terminator. Los Angeles, 1984. Detective Chet Danvers receives a call detailing a peculiar crime.
Got anything else? You're kidding me.
A naked man, described as well endowed, had attacked and killed a group of men in the night.
It was very, very huge. It was long and...
It kind of looked something about like an egg shape to me.
A naked bodybuilder attacking some punks in the street? It really didn't raise my eyebrows. Until I arrived at the scene.
133. The chest cavity had been completely collapsed, and another victim was stripped of his clothes.
Stripped of everything and raving about the naked man.
The naked man.
LA in the 80s was a crazy place. Across town, Sarah Connor drives to work. On most days, peaceful, unpretentious, and uneventful. But that was about to change.
Sarah was a very nice, very pleasant girl. Got along with everybody. We all loved her. I just don't know how a girl like that could have gotten involved with any of this.
We had no reason to link the naked man
The naked man.
to the pawn shop termination. So we assumed it was a different perp.
Hi, can I help you? Yeah, I'm looking for a shotgun. Let's see, I've got it's 12 gauge right here.
Like in the film, the HK unit proceeded to the nearest pawn shop, where he terminated 43-year-old Murray Futterman.
That's Italian.
Futterman did manage to get off one round. He fired one single shot. It bounced off the cybernetic organism, leaving behind the most vital of clues. We now know it bounced off the Terminator's metal endoskeleton.
We discovered a flattened bullet that was covered in living tissue.
Armed with only the name Sarah Connor, the Terminator began a systematic search of every listed Sarah Connor in the phone book.
Sarah Connor?
Yes.
Once again, Sarah Connor, 35, mother of two.
Eyewitness accounts fit the description of the naked man. Forensics traced the weapon back to the pawn shop. We could now connect 3 terminations to the naked man.
The naked man.
One for clothing, one for weaponry, and now this seemingly random. The Terminator was already en route to the next listing in the phone book. Sarah A. Connor. We got word of the second Connor termination.
Having been the lead detective on the Time Cop investigation,
Future crime or time crime was a subject I was uniquely versed in. Unfortunately, most of my peers didn't think highly of my theories. Sarah Connor agreed for the first time since her disappearance to be interviewed, so long as we made sure her identity and her location remained anonymous to avoid future termination attempts by Skynet.
I had heard the news about the first Sarah Connor termination. It was eerie. It made me feel uneasy. But I didn't feel any sense of danger. I was at a local dive bar when the news about the second Sarah Connor broke.
This just in, police have announced the name of the victim in the second of 2 execution-style murders which took place today. Incredibly, the names of the 2 victims are virtually identical.
At that moment, I was terrified. I had this sense of dread wash over me, like I was being watched or stalked.
Sarah made way to the nearest payphone on a busy city strip, seeking refuge among the crowd.
we dispatched several officers to Sarah J. Connor's home after the second Connor termination. We arrived minutes late.
But we know he was in the house when Sarah called, and he listened to that message on her machine.
Hi there. I fooled you. You're talking to a machine.
This is Sarah.
Sarah had unwittingly revealed her location to the Terminator. It was now a race to Tech Noir, with the Terminator having a small head start on Chet Danvers.
I knew a group of my friends were headed to Club Tech Noir later, so I figured I could wait there and I'd be safe, so long as I was surrounded by all these people.
The Terminator entered Club Tech Noir minutes later.
I was frozen. Everything was spinning and standing still at the same time. And then he showed up. He saved me.
Come with me if you want to live.
There was no car chase like in the film. We raced out of the club, tore out of there. No one followed.
All right, listen. The Terminator's an infiltration unit. Part man, part machine.
Sarah's mysterious savior, Kyle Reese, was a man out of time, traversing history to protect Connor at all cost from the clutches of Terminator.
They look human. Sweat, bad breath, everything. Very hard to spot.
He laid out everything. Skynet, Judgment Day, my unborn son, John Connor. He begged me to believe him. I did not.
Sarah believed Kyle's story to be a work of fiction, so she took the first opportunity she could to escape Reese.
We picked up Sarah Connor and brought her to HQ for her protection and her state.
HQ was where Dr. Silverman worked, and his expertise was going to be vital if my theory about this being some type of space-time continuum crime, or STCC, proved accurate.
Sarah, this is Dr. Silverman. Hi, Sarah. I want you to tell him everything that Reese told you. Do you feel up to that?
I guess so.
As I revealed the information about Judgment Day and my son, it dawned on me that the police believed my story. I immediately began to feel regret for abandoning Kyle.
You'll be perfectly safe. I got 30 cops in this building.
Thank you.
Good night. Good night.
The Terminator drove his car directly into the police station, smashing the entrance wide open. What he did next would never be forgotten.
I could hear the chaos all around me. It felt like an action movie. I remember thinking I was going to bring this thing down. We hit me with the shoddy, and I recall being gone. Nothing but light. I drifted there for no telling how long. The sound of my partner's voice called back to me.
My own breath felt like a storm. I could hear people crying out in the night. Then slowly, their cries grew silent. There was no escape. The Terminator was coming for me. And then I heard him.
drove to a motel outside city limits, where they made passionate and tender love through the night. The next morning, Sarah and Kyle drove toward Mexico and vanished. In the wake of the Terminator's carnage, the police turned the city of Los Angeles upside down in pursuit of the cyborg.
Helicopters continue to fly overhead, and clearly a manhunt continues not far from police headquarters.
We've just seen some new pictures of SWAT and EMS showing up.
Every day for a year we were on the news. We were doing random stops, and still nothing.
We had been told that the number of officers and their locations had not been confirmed at this point in time.
I survived my encounter with the machine. No matter how long it takes, I'm going to find it, and I'm going to stop it.
Residents who live in the neighborhood surrounding the scene, and there's no doubt, they have still been advised to stay in their homes.
As of today, the Terminator is still missing. But someone out there, watching tonight, may hold the clue to finding him.
Update.
Just a mere hour after the episode aired, we were flooded with multiple tips on the whereabouts of the Terminator. And thanks to your calls, the police were alerted and tracked the HK unit to an abandoned house.
I made a promise I would catch this thing. I always get my man, even if that man is a machine.
After countless hours of pursuit, Detective Chet Danvers organized a joint police-military operation to engage the fugitive. We are pleased to inform you he has successfully cornered and destroyed the Terminator.
Nobody brings it home like Joe. It's nobody.